Hello, I am Scion Kitty Creations, and I have noticed that there are just not a lot of tutorials out there for how to put a wig on a fursuit, and this is not a tutorial for that, because I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before, but I'm hoping I can show you guys my process, and hopefully that'll be helpful, because I don't know how to style hair. I do not know how to put it on here. It's just going to be a real learning process. So hopefully I can help any of you guys with any trouble that you're having with putting it on or making it look decent or whatever. It's a learning process for me too. So I'll show you what I've done so far to the head to prepare it for putting on a wig. And yeah, let's get to it. So far here, I've finished up pretty much all the work on the head. This isn't probably necessary if you are putting a short wig on, but the character that this the character that I get commissioned for this has very long, very big, fluffy hair, so I wanted it to be one of the last things I did, so I didn't have to, you know, mess with it and just get the hair all messy and whatever. So probably if you have a lot of hair and a lot of styling to do that last. But instead of fur in the back of the head, where the hairline is supposed to be, I've put black fleece because I have a black wig. So that's pretty much just so if you've ever had a wig, you know that the underside is primarily like a mesh sort of thing, and I don't want to be able to see the lining or the foam underneath if you move the hair around and can see in between the wefts. So I have my wig. Obviously the wig is not going to fit on the head as is. We're going to need to just my camera a little bit. We're gonna need to cut out some parts for the ears, which I believe a few days ago I took it out and I marked on the wig where the hairline was, where it needs to be cut. Yes, I did. With a white marker, I put where the hairline is. So, good idea to do that. Have your hairline kind of decided beforehand. So I'm going to go in and mark on here where the ears are, like in the middle, so I can pull it apart and separate it. I'm not going to take any chunks of the wig out right now, but I might need to do that because the ears are not a flat thing. There's probably going to need to be a round piece taken out, like at the base of the ear. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to show you guys a bit of a before and after of the wig. So this is the wig as is, just, you know, meant to be on a normal human head. I was actually wrong. I marked where the bangs were, not where the hairline is. So, which is helpful for bangs so you don't accidentally get it on kind of crooked. So that's what these markings are. I have it down the middle. You definitely probably want to mark it down the middle. Car driving by, you definitely probably want to mark it down the middle so that you know where it goes on the middle of the head. So yeah, it's just a round thing, you know, it's a wig. I went ahead and marked where the ears are, so I'm probably going to cut those chunks out and I'll show you guys the wig after I have modified it. It looks like a hot mess right now, but here's what I've done. So I pinned the well, the pin there popped out, but I pinned the front and the sides at the hairline, so I knew where those are going to go, because the front's obviously probably going to be the most important part. So then I took these pieces, there's a piece right here, and it was connected up here by this, and I cut down the mesh. It is very important to cut in between the wefts to cut down the mesh so you don't cut out any of the hair. So now this piece should conveniently go up here under the ear. It's obviously, I might need to take out a piece or so it doesn't like wrinkle up, but since the hair is going to be long, that shouldn't be a big deal. And I did that with the other side also, so now it's just going to be finagling it to make sure it lays flat, and then I will get back with you and update you all if there's anything else that seems very important. So, right now it has become, since the fursuit head is a lot bigger than a normal person's head, obviously it's not going to cover all this. The bottom of the wig sits just about right here. So there is a lot of hair down here. Now probably you could just say like, well, when it's upright, it's probably not going to show at all, but you know, we're not going to leave it that way. So I was prepared for this, and I'm going to go ahead and make some yarn hair to go under this. Since it'll be under it, it shouldn't show all that much differently. I have some black yarn, I'll make some yarn hair, and every wig comes with a wig cap, and I'll just weft that into there. If you want to know how to make yarn hair, there's a ton of tutorials for wefting hair on the internet, so just look that up. I will just be adding another piece underneath the wig and curling it to match the wig, so it should just kind of fill it out, and that'll make it look less weird, but it shouldn't be super noticeable that it's different since it'll be underneath. But I'm going to go ahead and sew these on. It should be relatively easy. You just ladder stitch the fabric on around the ears and along the hairline and just on the underneath part, and then it'll be styling it. I don't know how to style things, but we'll figure that out. Just some basic advice: if you're going to be styling hair on a fursuit, don't get a totally crap wig. You obviously don't have to get something super expensive like an $80 wig, but for this one I made sure that it was a little heat resistant so I could style it, and I read the reviews and was just making sure it wasn't going to look like absolute junk after 5 minutes. So yeah, I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright, now I'm just going to start ladder stitching the wig on. So yeah, if you don't know how to ladder stitch, I'm not the guy to teach you. But there's a ton of tutorials on the internet for it. But it essentially is just going in and out on one side, and then doing the same thing on the other side. Going in and out. And that's essentially it. Just do that the whole way down the hairline, go all around, and that'll be it. So yeah, it's gonna look like complete insanity for a bit, but that's the gist of it. You pretty much just chop a piece out of the side part so that the ears can fit on, and you try to lay it flat over the head. Since fursuit heads are really big, you're probably going to need some more wefts for the back. I'm just going to go ahead and make some wefts and weave them into a mesh and sew that on the underside. But that's basically it. It sounds a lot scarier than it actually is. I think the hardest part is just going to be styling it so that it looks good, which there's a ton of wig styling tutorials on YouTube, so don't watch me, go watch somebody who makes cosplays. I hope that was helpful. Have a good one. Bye-bye.